he been doing to prepare?
Really just building on previous training camps, training really hard. So he's doing a lot of running, a lot of hard sparring in the evening, pad work, and putting his body through real grueling schedules, training schedules. So it's a serious fight, so it had to be done.
And how is he?
He's in a really good place right now, and the whole team's happy. He's really peaked physically, and he's in a great place mentally as well.
Yeah, so the mind games, we heard Vladimir Klitschko saying that he's made this tape predicting the outcome, playing the mind games. How much is that, how much of a factor is all of that stuff through the training, keeping focused, keeping strong mentally?
He's relaxed, and lots of people will say that about him, and I can't see the USB stick having much of an effect on him. He's got a tougher skin than that, so it's interesting ploy.
Anthony, you've known him for 10 years. He's such an interesting character apart from anything, isn't he? Because he still lives at home in a flat with his mum, same flat they've lived in for years. He said that if he hadn't gone into boxing, he would be in jail. He had sort of difficult times earlier in his life. Tell us a bit more about him as a person.
Yeah, he's. I've trained alongside him for the last 7-8 years. He's a very dedicated person. He trained very, very hard. He's very confident, and you don't get to the top of any game, whether it be chess, boxing, professional boxing, amateur boxing, if you don't back yourself. And he backs himself. He trains hard. His confidence comes in how hard he trains. I remember, like I said, I've trained him for a long, long time. We've ran track together. We've done weights together. We've hit the bag together. He trains very, very hard, and he deserves the success he's getting. And it's a really good fight, a massive challenge for him, because let's not forget, Klitschko has been a tremendous champion for the last 15 years. However, I think Joshua's getting it at the right time.
And Dillian, you have sparred with both of them. Who do you think will win?
Well, I've actually fought Anthony twice, and I've sparred Vladimir Klitschko a few times. But it's one of those fights that is very tricky at the moment, because it depends on how much Klitschko's got left in the tank. I know much. Already Anthony Joshua is challenged to the end, so I'm finding it difficult to pick a winner at the minute. But later on today, when they get the skills, they'll give me a good direction of what way I think the fight's going to go. I'll see how heavy Joshua coming in, and Vladimir Klitschko comes in.
Anthony, how big a deal is this fight for Anthony Joshua? What changes for him if he wins?
Oh, it's huge. Klitschko, he's been a tremendous champion for the last 15 years. It's a massive fight. Like I said earlier, I think Joshua's getting him at the right time. I think he's young, he's hungry, he's fast. That's the biggest weapon he has in his arsenal. He's a fast fighter. A lot of guys who are 16 stone plus, they can punch hard. Anybody at that size can punch hard, but having that speed that he's got is a tremendous factor. Klitschko had that speed back in the day, but he's 40 years old now, and obviously with age you lose that. And what he has, he's got a lot of ring craft and ring presence, Vladimir Klitschko, but it's just how much Josh can take him out of his stride and let his fast hands go. If he does that, I think he'll win. We'll see, like Dillian said, we'll see how much Klitschko's got left in the tank. Being a pro for 20 years, having all those fights, it takes it out of you, it does. And I think Joshua's younger, fresher, hungrier, faster, and those factors will be the difference between winning the fight.
And Rob, in terms of the preparation, he says he doesn't worry about getting injured in the ring because he basically sort of tests everything before he goes in. Just sort of talk through what it is like being there when he is training, how he is approaching it.
Yeah, it's all about that teamwork around him and really balancing his training load to his recovery. And obviously he's training really, really hard. He's putting a lot of stress on his body. So making sure he's getting enough rest, utilising the strength and conditioning and the physiotherapy. So really this week is about being quiet on that front. We're just making sure any last tight spots are addressed, and his muscles are feeling really fresh for tomorrow night. I'm really happy with where he's at. I think everyone is. So and I hope Klitschko's in the same position. Both fighters coming in strong and healthy and for a good fight.
Anthony, I guess people sort of see the physicality of boxing, obviously, but it's a mental sport as well, isn't it?
Of course, yeah. If it was
as
that,
any sport is.
Of course, yeah. If it was just down to people, they watch boxing, they see two big muscular guys swinging punches, and they think that's it. It's so tactical and technical. It's unbelievable. It really, really is. Like every game plan has been thought out. He spent 13 weeks not doing press ups, not lifting weights, not bicep curling. Although it looks like he has because he's a huge chance. He spent 13 weeks going over game plan, spending 1 week doing one thing, the next week doing the next thing, because in that game, with those size in boxing, it's a hard business. Both guys can punch very, very hard. If you make one mistake and get hit with a left hook, you're knocked out. Haven't just lost a fight, you've lost all the credibility you've built up for the last previous 3, 5, 10 years, whatever it's been. So
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're looking forward to the fight tomorrow. Thank you all very much for joining us.